Hello everyone, Agion here with another Come to Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the north side as the OKW player, we have Arnolaz. Spawn on the south side as the Soviet player, we have ScreamingMinnie. Nimi? Mimi? I know I hear that term before, I'm not exactly sure from where, however. We got Storm Pioneers rushing on forward, past trying to get the VP, could go straight for the cutoff area in general. We've got the dual combat engineer opener. I prefer doing that with Soviets, but of course, two combat engineers are still weaker than a Sturm Pioneer squad, because basically it's 8 man of conscripts. His personal preference and doctrines, well, factions anyways, they're discussing about. We do got the Kubelwagen and the Volksgrenadier. We do have straight into a penal squad, very nice. We could see a sniper or a scout car. Scout car is pretty decent. You don't have to use it for the clown car. It could be a very manpower, bleed-less mobile platform. Something like the Kubelwagen, just a bit more stronger. It is pretty hard to play Soviet versus OKW because they start off a little bit less manpower in comparison in assets. Because they start off with 170 combat engineer versus a 300 Sturm Pioneer. You also have from penal troops into conscripts. That's very interesting. I wonder how this will play out. Clown car works better versus OKW because of the later Panzerfaust. But personally, I use the scout car mainly for just a manpower bleed platform, similar to like the Kubelwagens or the Bren. Just some fire support. It's a pretty hard counter to the Kubelwagen, and there's no huge threat to it. And you lose it, you probably get some good amount of field pressure from it. And it only costs us 190 manpower, so it's quite cheap. Wonder, do you see any immediate upgrades for Molotovs or AT grenades? Nope. Just sort of interesting how he went for conscripts and not for another squad of penals. Penals are much stronger versus infantry, and actually can really fight Volksgrenadiers a bit better than conscripts. And especially when it gets to the STG upgrades. You get some very good penetrating hits on the Kubelwagen. We got a scout car coming out forward. We do got the flamer being researched, so we do see the clown car. Speak of the devil, he shall come. Conscripts are fully reinforced. Maybe he just went to that conscript squad just for the snares, which is a good possibility. Though the satchel charges, if you learn how to properly throw the satchel charges, you can do some pretty good skill shots. Throw it upon anticipate if they're going to fall back or anticipate they're going to move forward. I've done that to some great effect, and some people really hate it. Got some more penals out, got a good amount of anti-infantry out by the Soviet player, flamethrower. Though a lot of his squads are retreating, perhaps you should invest next into some medics. We do got quite a bit of fuel build up by the OKW players who may see in fact the mech HQ. And Cynic manpower, he could be eyeing for Panzer Fusiliers. We do got a medical crate over here. That is a very exposed position that could easily fall into the hands of the Soviet Union. Does decap the fuel point? No, probably doesn't need to worry about capping it up. Looks like he will get out of the scout car with very little damage. Well, much more damage dealt, really. That can be offered up. The health damage, not so much on the infantry units unless he wants to use those medical crates. In fact, he does spot these medical crates. He could take these pioneers, these combat engineer squads just to grab it. He will pick it up with the Pioneer squads, with the Conscript squad, not Pioneer. Very nice. Still no half-track coming on out. The Sure Panzer head half-tracks, not Sure Panzer. The SWS half-tracks. Did find a shoe mine. We got some flame coming down the Volksgrenadiers there.
The rifle infantry squads are now available. Our conscript units can now go to ground, Commander.
Ooh, you got the Guard Rifle Combined Arm Tactics. We do have conscripts can now hit the dirt, which basically gives them light cover in basically open ground, but I don't believe it's affected by point blank, so that can be used at basically at point blank range. And we also do got the PPSHs for them, so we will. That's probably you can upgrade the penals for AT rifles and PPSHs for the conscripts. It is a possibility. Have some light AT and some heavier anti-infantry by conscripts. We also do have access to guards. Do got the headquarters now being set down. We do got the Panzerfaust coming out. Oh, and holy crap, my game is lagging. Surprised my game didn't crash at that moment. Maybe just a micro stutter from something, I'm not so sure. This Kubelwagen may in fact go down, does retreat that squad. He could actually kept that around and cover, start burning down some units. We'll destroy the Kubelwagen. Uses another Panzerfaust. He could have just run that down. That was a huge waste of munitions, I would say.
Capturing our supplies. New conscript squads will now be armed with PPSH submachine guns.
We have new conscript squads will be equipped with PPSH submachine guns. Grab the medical supplies, might as well, even though it won't initiate because he's in combat. You got a Vikenwerfer now out and firing, anticipating the Kubelwagen. The squads are starting to get burned. Probably going to utilize that heavy cover right there. Conscript squads in very good position. We'll get forced away. Do got a T-70 coming out, a light tank. All these squads are starting to get forced back. Surprised we haven't seen the PPSHs just yet. Maybe he just doesn't want them? You got the T-70 now out. We got the mobile field presence. There is a Vikenwerfer. He did spot it before, so he is know it is available. You got the hit the dirt enabled, which also reduces suppression down to 0. Receive possession. Suppression. That's also another great benefit of that.
Soviet HQ now includes a field hospital, but only for those who are seriously wounded.
Got these units being healed up and reinforced. Using hit the dirt, might as well. Note there is a long cooldown before you can deactivate it, but retreating does also deactivate it, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Got some mines being placed down, very nice. Currently the AT gun is right here. The T-70 is going to head to the far side, start hitting this squad. You got special weapons operation coming on down. Now he will have access to additional items. He could go. He does have enough fuel for the Sheer Pants headquarters, or by the time he researches the half track out, then builds it. He is salvaging the Kubelwagen. It looks like the game has quiet down for the moment. Now the Cannon Warfare, that's probably a good idea, but still, interesting enough, no half-track coming on out. He's far from the CPs from getting the Command Panther, so that's probably very unlikely anytime soon. We have the medical upgrade, not their fallback point. He does have enough manpower for the fallback. Infiltration grenades coming on out, but the suppression from the MG34 makes it so they can't really fight any longer. Another MG34, very cheap suppression platform. Using the infiltration grenades when there's only 2 men, not exactly ideal. There is this demo charge, so he has to be very careful in trying to capture up that center point. T-70, oh, Su-76 now out. That's green, and this is gray. We must have a skin on the light. I wasn't really paying attention to that, but not to the heavy. Or mediums. Huh. This is considered light, this is considered medium. Did not know that. I just assumed this was still considered a light. Ooh. Very nice. He touched it. Oh no, he had the minesweeper, so he destroyed it. I was thinking that was a detonation, but nope, it was a destruction. My voice is starting to get a little dry. I'm going to take a drink. Conscript's nice up and close, but Storm Pioneer is also up and close. This building has sustained quite a bit of fire from the Su-76. It's almost close to destruction. Just enough range to suppress this. Penals. Not any good hits on with the Cannon Warfare since it has a longer aim time. And he will push away those Stone Pioneers with the... Ooh, but hits Goldrocks, walks in straight to another unit. Ooh, but using in the heavy cover, so he lost the suppression. And plus it's moving forward, not exactly sure why he's moving forward. Another Su-76 barrage, I think he probably is trying to barrage that area. Nope, it's just a wide, large scatter on that barrage. Sheriff Pan's headquarters is being set up here. A very powerful position to prevent the cutoff, though he could probably done a bit more defensively. Because here, it can actually be destroyed by indirect fire, such as the Coh2. The Su-76 can pepper it for some barrages, get some damage on. He knows his opponent's doctrine since he saw the dirt and the PPSHs. And apparently lost the unit entirely. It looks like MG34 went down. The one that was right in front of us. Nice flank by guards, so we do have additional style infantry units. This one conscript squad just went down. And do got the Sheer Panzer quarters now fully set up, pitching some damage. Do got the Cannon Warfare in a very nice angle. This one missed, however. Now just out of range. Sheer Panzer quarters reaches out to here. He's trying to grab the MG34. Ooh, very nice hit by the leg. And now the area is starting to get by light cover craters, so it's no longer heavy cover in all areas. Or is it? Is this still considered heavy cover even though it shows up light? Probably not. Oh, that was unluck. I'm not exactly sure. Missed 3 of the cannon warfare shots, yes. Those things hit the ground quite often. It's because they're so low to the ground, and this map is very hilly, so it tends just to miss quite often. As you can see, this is very hilly ground. He was shooting at from up here-ish, a little bit down the hill, and trying to shoot below this lip up of behind this little lip, and thus why it keeps on missing. It doesn't look like it's very hilly from this angle, but when he gets down to here, you can see the hills, all the marks. If this map were to be a little bit flattened out, probably be a bit more easier, but this map is a little bit imbalanced, I'll say. This map tends to favor the northern spawn up here, since they can make use of this aggressive garrison. The southern spawn has to go through choke points. And this building doesn't, it plays MG here, doesn't protect the fuel point, while these two buildings here protects the fuel points. We got PPSHs forcing back the Volks Grenadier. I'm surprised he doesn't have STGs on that squad, but then again, he's low on munitions, so that's why. We got some Opus and they do have, in fact, the IR, or infrared STGs coming on out. Very potent upgrade. Especially when it gets to the later game when the entire area is covered in yellow craters, they ignore that entirely. I'm just predicting covered in craters. We do have enough fuel for Panzer IV. We could see Panther. Ooh, very nice hit since they're salvaging. So we could see Panzer IV at the moment. I would honestly say a Jagdtiger, not Jagdtiger, Jagdpanzer would be a very good option since it's a very lane map, but Panzer IV is a very reasonable option in all situations. He does have a significant amount of manpower, so that's one reason why I say he doesn't need the anti-infantry asset from the Panzer IV. He already has plenty of anti-infantry. Throws out a nice grenade, but does dodge it. Ooh! Ooh! We got the ML20 152mm howitzer. Let's see how this is going to work out. Very defensive spot. He could actually probably put in this road. Nope, that's in the command sector. So he could put it back here and be a bit more safe. Either way, he will basically cover the entire map covered with artillery presence. It ends right here. So actually, I think he's just in range to cover the base sector, just in case he wants to barrage it. So that's probably why he set it down right there. But we will want to see more AT. He could go for another Su-76 for additional AT, additional barrages. Those squads will get suppressed by the MG32. Oh, something hit a mine. Looks like this cannon warfare it's found a mine. Cannon warfare, the weapon itself has sustained quite a bit of damage. He's probably going to nope, looks like he lost sight of it. He perhaps was going to throw a grenade on the top of it. Opsat's running forward over the overground. Really, these STG-44s have decent range damage. He could stick behind this light cover and do a massive amount of damage. P-70 doing some very nice covering fire. You got barrages coming on the Sheer Panzer quarters. Nice grenade, bundle grenade hits both of the combat engineers. Panzer IV now rolling on forward. He needs some AT, perhaps a couple satchel charges. He has plenty of munitions. He may need to upgrade these Penals with 8 PTRSs now. Cannon Warfare will be pushed back. If you could actually secure up a Cannon Warfare or two, that would be also ideal. SU-76 getting to very close range, he will get some very good penetrating hits, but he'll be very vulnerable. Ooh, gets a very nice hit in. High rate of fire. AT grenade comes in, one shot away from death. Rolls a miss, however. He needs to stop moving, line up the shot. Rolls a bounce. He can only trade. Needs to get a penetrating hit now. Does get a penetrating hit, but doesn't actually kill it. Never mind. Does decrew that. He's trying to run in. No, does a penal. Not a conscript. Can't throw an AT grenade. Does get suppressed, and the Panzer IV will escape out. Unless the howitzer can barrage it down. He's trying to barrage it. He's aiming for the base sector. Misses there. He needs to get this. If he realizes he needs to get the Panzer IV over here. Next round comes in and rolls another miss. I think he may be barraging this general area. Nope, he's definitely barraging right around here. Comes in for loiter, and he's actually backed out of the base sector, which probably is a good spot for it to avoid the artillery. Loiter coming in. That's an anti-infantry strafe. Yeah. Ooh, that barrage was very close. Ooh, another good hit there. P-70's found the Cannon Warfare. Does snag the Cannon Warfare of his own. That's very critical. He needs this AT. He can grab another Cannon Warfare. He needs the AT to deal with the Panzer IV, seeing he does not have any tanks of his own. Actually, he has a significant amount of fuel. I'm not sure why he doesn't have. The howitzer costs a lot of manpower, that's why. Loiter dodging all this ground fire, does get shot down, does not run into anything. That was actually very close to hitting the Panzer IV. Losing both of those Cannon Warfares is a bit of a problem, but more of a manpower problem. He can replace them. He doesn't have any huge threats at the moment on the field. You get another artillery barrage coming on in. Trying to hit the Shirapan's headquarters, but it's been repaired up to full. Good anticipation grenade, but way too much anticipation.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
P-70 will get some nice hits in. Got some more mines being laid down. A very good option to prevent that Panzer IV from diving in on the howitzer. Or really anything to really decrew it. He knows his opponent went for the special weapons operation, so he does not need to worry about any off-map artillery or auxiliary. He's probably definitely saving up his fuel for the next command tank. It's quite critical he didn't lose that Panzer IV. Panzer IV once again starts rolling on forward. Maybe trying to engage the infantry or the T-70. The Cannon Warfares are right here. Very good angle. Does get a very penetrating hit. Not sure what's going. Does lose the Obisodots entirely. And died standing up. Just like Ganon in one of the Legend of Zeldas. Ooh, very powerful hit right there. We got an anti-infantry loiter coming on forward. Got more howitzer barrages coming upon the Shirapan's quarters. We do have Vet 1 available, so he does have additional shells of fire. I think it goes from 8 to 12, or it was 6 to 10. And the Left 18 fires 10 or 8. If the initial barrage for the Left 18 fires 2 additional barrages, but then the ML20's Vet 1 makes it fire 4 additional, if I remember correctly. Ooh, some very good penetrating hits from the Cannon Warfare. Does destroy it entirely. The hard point is now down. Stuka Zafus is out on the field. And that's quite interesting. Volks Grenadiers probably should utilize a bit more cover. This is heavy cover, the hill bales. You got the Panzer IV rolling on forward. We could see anticipation satchel, but nope. Again, Warfare's lining up for another shot. Does roll a miss, however. Retreats back with both of them. You could just retreat back once, so maintain some covering fire in case the T-70 decides to dive in. Not T-70, Panzer IV. You got the Stukas of Fus barrage coming into the base sector. This is going to be very nasty. Ooh. This actually structure prevents the mixed explosion happens up high and not down the ground level. That's actually quite important right there. Could have done a bit more damage. T-70 now up the Vet 3. Goes out an AT grenade. But of course, with it not being receiving any damage, of course it will just bounce. It will not snare the engine. You got two Viken Woofers, does get scored one penetrating hit. ML20 firing. Hitting the... Ooh, he knows what the Stukas of Fus is, or generally, he's trying to barrage it down, trying to aim, trying to hit it. T-70 at Vet 3 now gains the increased awareness of surroundings and reduced weapon scatter, so better scatter, increased sight range. Let's throw out a single infiltration grenade, very devastating. Throwing out more and more AT mines just to either hit infantry or try to snare any diving Panzer IV. Diving Panzer IV is what he's fearing the most, losing the howitzer, losing the T-70. Those are his biggest assets on the field. Huh. These units are quite damaged. He does have medics. Before, I doubt if there are medics. Panzer IV finds the T-70. Surprise. There is a T-mine here, so he has to be very careful. VPs are currently very even, so this game will continue to go on. Ooh, gets a nice snare onto the Panzer IV. The Stukas of Fus could get some nice hits in. If he finds the Viken Warfers that are still firing against Panzer IV. PPSH is trading relatively evenly versus STG Volks, but of course they have to close in the range. Ooh, gunner killed, rolls a miss, fires a barrage, does get killed, but fires a full barrage. Ooh, does wipe one squad, almost wipes another, significant manpower, but losing it entirely, probably not worth. This opponent does have a significant amount of fuel, does have the next tier structure, so we could see a T-34 Swarm or some heavier AT Su-85s. Katusha unlikely because he has the ML20. Ooh, getting some hits there, I believe, by the howitzer. Reinforcing all of the Volksgrenadier. He probably should start saving up fuel for the Command Panther. Looks like it's a concept barrage over here. The Sheer Panzer quarters, it's been long since dead. So perhaps you just try and hit the repairing Panzer IV. You got some more AT mines coming on down. Looks like he's not does get spotted, probably just going to cancel that. Yes, he does cancel it. You got some Pinos moving forward plus the guards. Panzer IV will start firing upon, we'll get perhaps some nice hits. Does destroy that Stukas of Fus. Ooh, but the squad, he may in fact lose that squad. It's currently running forward. Throws a grenade. Yes, he does lose on Vet 5 Volks. That's a huge loss. Does decrew one of the Kenwerfer, so you probably should destroy it. Yes, he will. Ooh, killing off some medics. Doesn't really need to worry about medics on these Vet 5 Volks since they do have the passive heal at Vet 3. There is this demo charge here. One member could be captured at the point, but just slightly out of the circle. Oh, but this demo charge! One reason why I believe demo charges need a rework. Oh. Oh. He does not know where it is. He's not right up on the point, so he's not... So he didn't detonate it because he did not see where it is. But he's standing right on top of a demo. If there's any vision, the combat engineers, if they see this, they do see it. Detonate. Oh, detonate! Detonate! I can't do it for him. That demo charge would wipe out both of these squads. I think it will wipe out the entire Viking Warfare squad. These two members are quite far in the back. The Volk squad will definitely be dead. Ooh, does detonate it, wipes out the entire Volk squad. Oh, only 3 members? Now he's down to 1 Volk to actually rebuild a Volk squad. That's unvetted, that's won't do much. The conscript squad apparently did go down at some point. We do got the Su-85 on out, rolling on forward. There is a Kenwerfer to support. It won't get a kill. It will force this unit back. He can probably survive. Yeah, he only could survive 1 more Kenwerfer shot. He's just out of range now. And go in for Panzerfaust. He could drive into the base, get covered by the base MGs. But he's rolling on forward, still not covered. He's trying to roll on forward, trying to draw the attention. Kenwerfer does get a nice hit there. Panzerfaust will come through. Kenwerfer will miss. And these units will now start to repair up the Su-85. The Command Panther is now out. The OKW player is significantly lacking in units. The Howitzer has gotten up to 17 kills, but primarily got the one destroyed the building or help weaken it anyways. And that too does have reduced the scatter of the weapon. Panzer IV rolling on forward. Su-85 is far from being fully repaired. This is going to be a straight up a base dive. This is probably the deciding factor of the game. If it's Su-85, he probably wins. If he doesn't, he probably will, but will receive a lot of damage return. Trying to avoid the Saucher charge. Will spot the artillery gun. He could, in fact, take it out. Do got the guards, but not enough for a button. He just used the loiter. The Howitzer has sustained a lot of direct damage, and there goes. The Howitzer does in fact get destroyed. Both the Howitzers down. All of his vehicles are engine damaged, but he still has a significant amount of infantry presence. So he can still actually win this game after losing the Howitzer. He has a significant amount of fuel float. He could invest into another Su-85. These guards, I think they may have dropped a PTRS at some point in the game. Not exactly sure. Both of these units are also severely damaged. Does have the one Sturm Pioneer, does have the hazard removal package, so he does have repairs for it. infiltration grenades, but he does move out of the way. Pinos probably will win out since they were not fighting for a bit of time trying to throw those grenades. Those infiltration grenades, either A, you're going to do a lot of damage, or B, you're not going to do much damage at all. As suppression from the MG34, which will keep back the penals. On the one Volk squad, one Pioneer does not have enough to really reinforce the others, while there's still a significant amount of infantry present from the Soviets. I would say the Soviet player is in much better position, though he does lack the anti-tank assets. Though he does have this T-70, which is more anti-infantry, in which his opponent just been rolling miss after miss. That T-70's been very agile. We'll pin off the guard squad. These units are starting to move forward. T-70 could use his recon mode to help spot for the Su-85. Of course, there's a couple MGs here. It's very juicy targets for it. Man Panther is now fully unrepaired, ready to get back in the fight. There's a lot. Well, it can take out the Su-85, but not with all these supporting infantry. Yeah, there's of course conscripts for the AT snare. That's pretty much why he rebuilt them. He has guards with the button. The button would be absolutely devastating the Command Panther. No smoke to break it. Did get a nice penetrating hit there. I'm going for a flank, but you could just reverse move into this direction to keep it in sights. Rolls a miss. Engineers trying to set up a mine. T-70 managed to get a frontal armor penetrating hit. Does use the marked target. T-70 does body block it. Maintain the proper angle for the unit. Ooh, but rolls a miss and destroys the Command Panther. Very nice body blocking by the T-70. Ooh, very nice hits. Ooh, very nice hit. A bit far on Command Panther fuel, so you probably won't see another Command Panther in the game. Losing all of those units, he's significantly lacking in anti-infantry. Ooh, loses Storm Pioneer. That's his only source of repairs. No, wait, there's repairs in the mechanized HQ, but now he's down to minimum amount of squads. We still got this Volcanic Warfare still up. That Vet 2. These two Volcanic Warfare is still very devastating, but versus the very agile T-70, they will actually have a hard time trying to hit it. T-70 is once again policing the left and right flank. Volcanic Warfare getting some very nice hits. Loses that Panzer IV very foolishly. And after that, Arnolaz has surrendered. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.